about 3 times in this video. I've really got to stop saying that. It's going to taste as good as it looks, so. Oh, that's really meaty. You can really taste the flavour of the vegetables and the bay leaves as well. Oh, the meat is really tender as well from leaving it in the oven for so long. Hi everyone and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and in today's video I want to share with you how to make a delicious baked spag bowl. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make a really delicious baked spaghetti bolognese. So this recipe is really easy to prepare and cook, and this is a great dish if you have something to do for a couple of hours but you still want dinner, you still want a really nice dinner but you don't really have the time to make the dinner. This is the sort of dish you can just chuck in the oven and then take out when you want to eat it. So the first thing I've done is I've grabbed myself a large saucepan and I'm going to put this onto a high heat on my hob, and then I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the base of this pan. And while the pan is heating up, and before I go, I just want to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you did really enjoy this video today, then please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or any comments, then I'd love to hear from you. So please leave those in the comments section below. Everything like that really helps me out and I would really appreciate it. So as I just said, I'm going to leave this pan to heat up. That didn't actually take too long at all. The pan has heated up beautifully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 onion to the base of the pan. So I've just simply peeled, sliced and diced 1 onion. And I'm just going to pop that in the pan like so. Trying not to get the garlic in as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry the onion now until it starts to soften. So as you can see, my onion pieces are quite chunky. I don't mind having chunkier pieces in the spag bowl. I do find if they are chunkier, they do take a little while longer to cook. So this will probably take me about 5 minutes before it actually starts to soften and break up. But if you wanted these pieces smaller, then please do. This was quite a large onion, and to be honest, I didn't have a very sharp knife and I didn't do a great job at cutting this. I was a little disappointed in myself, but I thought I'm just going to use it anyway. So yeah, we're having a chunky onion baked spag bowl this evening. So I'm just going to continue to fry this onion until it starts to soften. The onion has started to soften and it has started to go a lovely golden brown colour. My pan is getting a little bit too hot because I can see it burning on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of water to the base, just to make sure nothing gets stuck on the bottom of the pan. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the garlic. Now garlic doesn't take that long, especially in the bottom of a hot pan. Normally should take around 30 seconds or so. You want to just start to be able to smell the garlic and for it to go a sort of golden brown colour around the edges as well. And that's when you know that the garlic is starting to cook. You don't want to overcook it though, because overcooked garlic is not nice, I don't think. Some people love burnt garlic, but I'm not a big fan, to be honest. I much prefer it when it's just nicely done, I think. So yes, I think that is starting to cook quite nicely, and I can smell the garlic as well. So that was 2 cloves that I just peeled and sliced. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my courgette and carrot. So at this point, I am meant to add in a red pepper, but unfortunately, I haven't got a red pepper. I used it in an omelette last night, and the recipe for that will be coming soon, I promise. So yes, I've run out of red peppers, so if I was to put the red pepper in, I would just simply chop off the top, remove the core and the stalk, slice and dice the flesh and just fry it until it starts to soften. And now I'm going to add in 1 courgette and 1 carrot that I've just simply peeled and grated. And as I mentioned earlier, when vegetables are chunkier, they do take a little while longer to cook than when they're in smaller pieces or if they're grated like this. So this will take probably about 30 seconds or so just to heat through. and that is perfect. You just want it to sort of soften down in the pan and just heat through slightly. As you can see, it's softened down beautifully there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the minced beef. So I've got about 500 grams of minced beef, and I'm just going to pop that into the frying pan, and I'm going to break it up now. And then once it's all broken up, I will fry it until it starts to go a lovely golden brown colour. I've broken up all of the minced beef and it started to turn a lovely golden brown colour. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to add in the chopped tomatoes. So I've got 1 tin of chopped tomatoes that I'm going to pour into the base like so. And then I've got about 200 ml of chicken stock, or you could use bone broth, or you could use vegetable stock as well if you want to. And I'm just going to swirl that around in the base of the pan. I'm going to try and pour that off as well. So what happens when you do this is it just gets rid of the juice in the bottom of the tin and around the sides as well. And I'm going to mix those ingredients together like so. And I think I mentioned earlier that my oven is already preheated, so this will just pop straight in to the oven. But before I do that, I'm going to add in some dried mixed herbs as well. So I've got a teaspoon of dried mixed herbs just gone in, and I'm also going to add in some bay leaves as well. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper as well. So salt and pepper to your taste. You don't have to add it if you don't want to. Throw any excess over your right shoulder with it to get rid of the devil. That's what my dad used to do. I don't know how true that is, to be honest with you. And then I'm just going to grate some pepper in as well. Don't throw that over your shoulder though, will you, whatever you do. And then I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of tomato puree and 2 tablespoons of tamari as well to this as well, just to give it that extra tomatoey kind of flavour. And I'm going to mix these ingredients together, and then I'm going to remove this from the heat, and I'm going to get the saucepan lid. I'm just going to pop the saucepan lid on, and I'm going to pop this into the oven now for about an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and I'll turn the heat off. I'll make some pasta and then I will serve it, and I'll let you know how it tastes. But it smells so good so far, so I'm sure it's going to be delicious. I've finished baking the spag bowl. It's been in the oven for about an hour and a half, and the meat looks lovely and tender. I don't know if you can see it from there, you will see it later. And it just smells absolutely gorgeous as well. I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm going to pop this back into the oven for a moment. Make sure you use oven gloves when you do this. I have tried to open the oven before without the oven gloves, and it did hurt, I have to say. So make sure you use oven gloves, preferably like ones that are really protective as well. And put this back into the oven. I'm going to put this back into the oven. I'm going to cook off some pasta, and then I'll serve some, and I'll let you know how it tastes. But as I said earlier, it smells really good, so I'm sure it's going to taste really good as well. I've cooked off the pasta, and I've added the pasta to the sauce and not the other way around, and I've also made a little bit of a salad to go with this dish. And I'm just going to try a little bit of the bolognese sauce. I would try some of the spaghetti. I've got a little bit of the spaghetti as well there as well. So I'm just going to give this a try. I'll let you know how it tastes. It smells amazing at the moment, so I'm sure, as I said about 3 times in this video, I've really got to stop saying that, it's going to taste as good as it looks. So oh, that's really meaty. You can really taste the flavour of the vegetables and the bay leaves as well. Oh, the meat is really tender as well from leaving it in the oven for so long. So as my dad always used to say, that spag bowl should be left on the hob for a good amount of time, because it makes the juices from the meat soak into all the vegetables, and it adds a lot of extra flavour as well. So just by putting it in the oven for a couple of hours or an hour and a half, it's made it really juicy and tender, the meat, so it's delicious. So I'm going to have another bite, and then I'm going to enjoy this for my dinner this evening. That's how you make my delicious baked spag bowl, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening, and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.